Hey guys.
Hello. We're back. We're back in business. We are coming to you from Roses, which is on the north corner of Spain, in the Girona region.
Yeah. About 100 kilometers north of Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
We are here because our time in the Valencia region, where we were volunteering, has come to an end. So 5 or 6 weeks of really good times there volunteering, learning how to lay bricks, and
what a hard graft went on there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. But now we're back on the road.
Oh yeah.
Gonna work on this t-shirt tan some more.
It feels so good to be back on the road, like.
It does. And so first stop, we've got to leave one last present for Spain, our toilets.
One last drop off before we cross the border.
And then number 2 is the French border, which we're very excited about. After originally we meant to be in France by March.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be nearly July.
So we're a bit behind schedule.
That's okay. And then number 3, we've got a little park up, fingers crossed, just off the Pyrenees in France. So yeah,
we'll pick you back up once we get to France. See you there.
Bye. Bonjour. We are in France and it's cool. It's 30 degrees, but it's cool. So we parked where, Courtney?
We're in Saint Jean.
Saint Jean de la
Pla de Cour, I think, is the lake that we're parked at. The town is called Saint Jean, I think. It's just over the border, like what, 20 minutes over the border from Spain, and it is glorious. Sorry if there's a bit of wind, it's kind of windy. But we are just parked up here under the trees watching some, what are they called? Water skiers?
Thank you, yeah, well done.
I keep wanting to call them windsurfers. Water skiers here. In the summer, this whole lake is used for water skiing. In the winter, it's then used for fishing. There's a lake again behind us over this way.
So what we're going to do is going to enjoy this beer, and then we're going to take Scared Sally Sausage, who's in the van, won't come out. We're going to take her for a nice walk, and we'll show you a bit of what this place has to offer before we start work tomorrow.
Boo.
Boo.
Cheers.
Cheers, bub.
Lovely. New spot.
I mean, new stuff. We just stole somewhere close to the lake, really, because everyone else is leaving now. So.
Oh yeah, still new spot from over there.
True. Bit windy.
Bit windy, but it's lovely.
Yeah.
Have our last glass of bottle of Spanish wine, and enjoy the surroundings.
Last few hours before the end of the week. Monday's work day. So I guess we're gonna leave it here and yeah, work for the next few days, and if anything happens,
we'll let you know.
You don't want to see us work all the time, do you?
Boring.
Not like here.
Good morning. Good morning.
So whilst Courtney takes Sally Sausage out for walk, I'm going to practice some magic. It's been a long time, but see if I can make this happen. No. Hey! It worked! Coincidentally, it took as long as it took to make it yourself. Maybe I should work on that. Oh well, time for the hustle.
Unfortunately, we had to move on from that lovely little lake spot because it's been really cloudy all day. And our batteries went down to about 76%, which is the lowest that they've ever been, and we started to freak out. So we were like, okay, let's drive, let the battery to battery charger kick in, get them back up to 100% just in case it's cloudy again tomorrow. But we drove half an hour and then we got here and the batteries were still on 76%. So the battery to battery charger wasn't working, and when we looked at it, the light wasn't on. Just not good. So James has taken the whole cover thing off of the van battery. This is the fuse for the battery to battery charger, which goes underneath here, and then the battery to battery charger unit sits underneath my seat, which is down here. Just show you. So this is the battery to battery charger unit that we've just unstuck. It's usually right at the back there. We've changed out the fuse. This one pretty wobbly. It doesn't look burnt out, but maybe there's a loose connection, and we've swapped it out for a different 40 amp inline fuse in the hope that when we close all this off, start driving, the batteries are going to start charging again.
Like, we've tested it with a multimeter and there is voltage going to the unit, but I'm not clued up enough to know whether that shows that it's working or whether we need to take it for a drive. Basically, I'm going to take it for a drive to see if that actually makes it work again. So
we did not fit this battery to battery charger ourselves. We basically got really lazy towards the end of the build and we paid our mechanics to do it. We should have done it, which means that we basically don't really understand how the wires are connected and things like that. Lesson learned. But fingers crossed, we're pretty sure that the way that a B2B charger works is that it uses the excess voltage that your van's not using and sends it to your leisure batteries, we think. So that unit won't kick in until we're driving and the van is producing excess voltage. That might be completely wrong, so don't judge me if that is totally off the mark. But we'll let you know how we get on and where we end up, because we don't even know where we're going to park tonight.
I'm hungry.
And James is hungry, so God, things are going to get serious pretty quick.
Hi.
Where are we, James?
Oh, I don't know. Some French town.
Okay. Doesn't matter where we are.
Okay.
In fact, I think I have it on my map. So, can you see this? So this little heart down here, next to Perpignan is where we were. This is now where we are. Narbonne is there. So we're south of Narbonne, but about an hour and a half north of where we were earlier. And what's the verdict on the B2B charger?
Well, we're plugged into shore power, so yeah, not good. Changed the fuse, drove for a bit, didn't get any power through, so the only things that are left are so the wires run all the way from the front seat to the under the van to the battery bank, so it's to have a look through what's going on under there, see if there's anything loose or any wires that have come apart, which is very unlikely because they're in like waterproof conduit. So if that doesn't work, order a new relay, fit that, see what happens.
Hope for the best.
Yes, but we've got power now, so I'm okay.
Yeah, we're at a little air, aren't we? About 5 minutes from the little village, and it was like €6 for 2 nights, and you get electricity and water, so you can't really go wrong with that. It's very nice. There's one other camper here, but it's very quiet, so we're just gonna, it's obviously dark outside now, so we are just gonna forget about the B2B for tonight and have a look, like James said, under the van tomorrow. See if we can see what the problem is, and we'll go from there. Good night. Welcome back to the electrical saga in our van. We've checked all of the wiring So all the wire connections that go into the B2B unit are perfectly sound. They are, like I said before, they were done by a mechanic and there are no issues with it at all. The light is now actually on the B2B unit, which it wasn't on yesterday. We've checked all of the wires where it comes down here, so ignore this is our electrical system in our bench. It is quite messy, we did it ourselves, but you know, does the job. And down here you can see there's two holes, one here and one there, where these red wires come up and these black ones. These two black ones come underneath the van floor and then come up through the floor here and run under here and go onto our battery, one of our batteries. And there's no loose connections, as you can see. Like this is all still heat shrinked, and this is these are just one continuous wire that go through waterproof conduit underneath the van and then come back up underneath the seat there and straight into the unit. So there's no bad connections. James is checking the battery again in the front here. And you've just checked the voltage, right? So we realised that we had a multimeter in our toolbox, which we didn't realise we had with us. So James just checked the voltage, and what's the verdict?
12.72.
12.72.
Yeah. And
on our B2B box down here, you probably won't be able to read it, but it says cut in at 13.3 volts. So when the van battery reaches 13.3 volts, and cut out if the van battery gets below 12.65. Now, if we're on 12.7 something, whatever you just said, we have been plugged into electric hookup for almost 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And the van battery's only just got up to 12.7 something, and the cut-off point is 12.65. The verdict is probably that our van battery was really low.
Close to dead?
Close to dead, probably. From when we were parked in the Orange Grove?
For like 5 weeks with only driving it once a week and only for like half an hour max. And we've been locking and unlocking it and using the central locking, which has caused us problems in the past where we've killed the battery. So, and actually when we killed the battery the last time from it, when we're using the central locking, when you opened it, the doors would make like a noise,
like a beep, like it wouldn't be like a
loud, what?
Like a loud, like
a dying beep.
Yeah, it was like a dying beep noise every time we've locked and unlocked the van. Like this week, I would say. And now that we're thinking about it, that probably makes sense.
I think so.
Is that our van battery was too low, and therefore when we were driving, it wasn't passing any voltage because there was no excess voltage to pass because it needed it all for itself.
The only thing I'm not clear on is like what 100% on a 12 volt battery is. I think it is 13.3, which would make sense with what's in there, but you know, you're just like, it's a 12 volt battery, why is it 13.3?
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, the fact that the light is on now, down here, probably, oh yeah, you can just see there, that light is on, whereas it wasn't yesterday. So hopefully it's just that, and it's just us being stupid.
The plan is to now plug back into shore power and see if that's going to charge up the battery. I'm going to leave this cover off because we're not going to drive anywhere tonight, are we?
No.
Leave the cover off and then check in a couple of hours to see if that's gone up, to see if the battery to battery charger is working in reverse. Charging this battery, if it is, then fantastic. We'll leave it and plug in for the next day or so, and hopefully then when we drive we'll have battery to battery transfer.
Oh, okay. We will need to put the cover on though, because Sal might try and get in there. So just place it on the top, just to be safe. Because look, she's chewing on this wicker box right now. So, Sal, hey, stop it. And in other news, whilst I was checking the connections at the back, I just started to, you know, give some of the others a little tug just to make sure they were all still secure. And I pulled one out. Pretty important one, actually. Our earth. So this is our earth wire that goes round the back of our inverter here and goes onto, oh, excuse the crunky noise, I'm trying to twist it, onto the earthing point on the metal of the van back there. And this was wobbly and I pulled it ever so slightly too much and the whole thing came out. So I have managed to push it back in. Luckily it's crimped enough that there is still a secure connection, and I'm gonna heat tape this all back up. So wait, electrical tape, not heat tape. And yeah, basically just Courtney, don't touch any more of the electricals. Oops. And fingers crossed that we were just being a little bit dense and not thinking it through, that actually not driving the van enough could have caused the problem. So we haven't made it to the national park. We went and did our laundry and a food shop this morning, and then when we drove out of the car park at the food shop, we heard a very, very loud scraping noise, as though something was dragging on the floor. We've looked underneath, nothing's dragging, but James thinks it might be a problem with the drive shaft, so show you what you think anyway. I mean, go forwards, James. I mean, that doesn't sound good to me. Does it sound good to you?
No. So now we've got what, an hour and a half until the breakdown comes. They'll look at it, they'll probably go, yep, that's fucked. Sorry for my French. Yep, that's not good. And then we'll be back in touch with the AA to find out how we get on with the secondary assistance, they call it, whether that's we need to move into something else for a bit while it's fixed, if it's a big problem, or not. We'll find out. So
yay.
Yay.
Yes, they mentioned if it is the drive shaft, they obviously won't be able to fix something that massive on the van on the side of the road, so they'll need to take it to a garage. First of all, they have to find a truck big enough for our 7-meter long van, and then take us to a mechanic. And if we can't stay in it outside the mechanics whilst they work on it, we'll probably have to either move into a hotel or an Airbnb or something, because obviously we can't just go into a hotel with a little sausage. So, and it's our 5-year anniversary today, and it's not the best way we wanted to celebrate, to be honest. We just imagined ourselves driving up into the hills, up to this little lovely park up spot next to a river and drinking a nice bottle of wine. But not to be. DeeDee, what are you doing, man? You're meant to be lovely and just keep us safe and just drive us around nicely. So a tow truck has arrived, but I'm pretty sure his truck is not that much bigger than our truck. And he's just, what's the hand signal? Has he gone, James? So I don't think they've given the measurements right, or our van is just way too big. I don't know, but he's on his phone now. I guess letting them know that his van is not big enough to tow our van. Sometimes.
If you just speak into this, it will
Bonjour.
translate.
Bonjour.
That's the French button. And then
C'est peut-être un roulement?
possible to be a roll.
A roll? A roll?
Roulement, roulement.
I don't know what that means. A wheel? No?
Roulement, non? Roulement de roue.
No.
Non. Roulement de roue. Roulement de roue.
Wheel rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think our wheel is loose?
Tu crois qu'une roue est en liberté? Non.
Non.
Non, mais c'est la tôle, la flasque. Il y a la flasque et il y a le disque. Et il y a peut-être, ça frotte.
Brake.
Ouais, ça frotte. Et, il y a un frottement entre la flasque et le disque. Il y a un frottement entre la flasque et le disque de frein. Disque de break, pas frein.
There's a rubber between the flask and the disc, then the brake disc.
Il y a quelque chose qui frotte.
That's making the noise?
Ouais.
Okay.
Oui.
C'est facile to fix?
C'est facile à faire? Oui.
Ah.
How do we get it fixed if your van is too small?
Et là, vous allez où? En camping ici?
Camping.
Où? La Grange Neuve?
We were driving to Roquebrune, Languedoc.
Languedoc?
Is that where he wants to know where we were?
Languedoc. Camping de Languedoc? Où?
Roquebrune.
Roquefort?
Roquebrune.
Roquebrun? Oh, c'est pas ici. Oui, Roquebrun, c'est dans le Var. Dans le Var. Il faut lever pour regarder si le jeu.
So lift it, take the
Il faut
wheel
lever le véhicule et regarder si la roue, s'il y a beaucoup de jeu dans la roue.
I don't know.
Can't go on the road, maybe?
I don't know. Is it Boku is a lot of movement?
Là,
We have a wheel jack if you want to lift it up.
I don't think it'll be strong enough for that.
on a un jack de roue. Le cric, oui.
Well, his aftershave is lovely. Hopefully his mechanical skills are just as nice. Ah.
Voilà le frein.
Put the handbrake down, Seth. And he also pointed to the tread on the tyres and said it's low, I think. Well, he was pointing to the top.
Alors, la garniture, ici, là.
Uh-huh.
Là, il y a garniture comme ça. Ici, no garniture.
Ah, okay.
So, basically, we're now on the way to the garage to get all the part numbers sorted for a quote, I think.
Obviously the van is drivable,
Yeah.
if we haven't mentioned that already before.
Yeah, the handbrake is pretty short, but like brakes and wheels wise, it's fine.
They'd probably need changing, like even though we went to Euromaster and had our front brakes changed, they said the backs were fine.
But
This guy has said actually no, they're really worn, so he said you should probably get those changed at some point. And the tread on our back tyres is pretty worn. but van's still okay to drive, and the noise has stopped.
Yep.
So, yeah, follow Thomas to his garage.
Thomas
Hiccups. Yeah, get the parts ordered, and then we're just gonna have to hang around this area until he can get it fixed. Basically, it's not so bad. Could have been a lot worse. There was James saying to me, "It's a drive shaft. It's a drive shaft." Straight away. Straight away.
You went for it right online.
And then as soon as you're on the phone to AA, I think it's a drive shaft. Says the man who's literally done no mechanical work on a van before.
Also, if you say it's bad, they'll get someone to come out straight away. Whereas if they go, you go, it's a brake. Oh, okay, your brakes. Yeah. Okay.
That's true. Oh, so yeah, we're gonna go do this, and then we'll still go to our park-up spot up in Rockrun, I think, and wait for the pots to arrive, and then we'll see you there with a glass of wine. Yeah. It'll be very needed by then. And we got stuck. Very, very stuck. I can't really see how bad it is on the camera, but
dug half of it out.
We're now digging ourselves out. We got to the park up. It's beautiful, but it's very soft sand, and we did not realise it was this deep. So we're now digging out the tyres because we're just spinning. This is literally not what we needed after everything else that's happened today. Fed up.
Can we start today again?
Royally fed up. What did you say?
Can we start today again?
You want to start again?
Today.
Okay, let's go back to bed and then wake up and do it all over again.
Should I try some of that magic?
Yeah, try the magic.
Oh, hi.
No.
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 It's dead.
The magic's dead. Yay! Oh, come on, Sally. Yay!
Yeah.
Are you knackered?
Yeah. Emotionally exhausted from today.
But look at this lovely, flat, hard ground. Look at my hands.
Your hands?
Ooh,
Can I have
that's a nice tan.
Can I have that beer now?
Uh-huh, of
Yeah.
course.
And a shower?
You can have a river swim.
Okay. Current's quite strong in the middle. Hey Sally. Hey.
I've got a wet palm. I'm sat on the wet patch in our line. Thank
Cheers.
Oh, that's nice. So, we're finally sat down.
Yeah. So
8 o'clock it is now, I think.
Yeah, we left for the food shop at 9 o'clock this morning. Did our food shop, did our laundry.
Plan to be here by lunchtime?
Maybe,
Yeah, late lunch. Thought that was rain now.
No.
And yeah, it's 8 PM. And we've just got parked up, and the washing's out now because
We're unstuck from the ground as well.
yeah, unstuck from the
We're
ground.
clean.
We're clean because we've been for a swim.
She's clean.
Well, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, we had to hang our washing up as well because the dryer didn't work at the supermarket.
Yeah, so we paid €5 in the dryer, put it in for like 45 minutes, and it came out still sopping wet. So we've been carrying sopping wet washing around in the van all day, hoping that we were going to be able to get here and put it out in the sunshine.
But
Obviously it's now getting dark.
let's be honest, we're now parked in paradise.
True.
Have a beer, you have a bottle of wine.
I'm not actually drinking from this. I do have a glass over here. Just so everyone knows the truth.
And I'm knackered.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It was a very eventful day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.